I think the first 2 days were, I guess a little bit of an adjustment. The left side was very playable. Um, so we altered our lineup a little bit off of that. I thought that coming into it, we'd come out of the gate, we shoot, I think, 259 the first game. And, one of the things that you sort of struggle with, especially with a younger team, is sort of having their focus. And, this is such a unique venue and opportunity with the TV stage being built right to your left, and sort of the ideas of what could be or what might be. And I thought that I was worried that being undefeated and having to lose twice, that we would come out tight trying to protect the TV show. And it was awesome to see that we came out and we shoot 259. And then, I told him, I said, I thought that after that, it's like, then after that, I think we started to protect the TV show. Because we weren't as crisp, we weren't as sharp, our swings weren't as loose. The dynamic was just different. And we rebounded, and I thought we played pretty good in the second one. It's unfortunate that, we tied 177, 177. That's something different. It's unfortunate that Katie 7-9s in the ninth, and it's darn right shocking that Maria got 6. So I mean, we had a string of things that sort of didn't go our way. But I guess hats off to Nebraska. They got to the TV show the hard way. They made some quality shots when they had to. They got some fortunate breaks when they needed them. They just didn't fall our way, and that's just sort of how it goes.
From a player perspective, the adjustment as Coach stated, protecting the lead, protecting the show. How did you feel as a player actually in the competition?
I think there's always this mentality after being undefeated that you just kind of have it. And we talked repeatedly about trying to not have that mentality, but it's hard, especially after we bowled so well for 2 days. So I think, again, coming out of the gate with the 250 against Nebraska didn't really help in that mentality sense. And then we just kind of lost it after that. And I think losing that first match, we were thinking, well, there's always the second one. But what happens after the second one when you still have that mentality? It's gone. So.
Let's I don't like ending on a negative one. Let's recap some of the highlights of your career here at Vanderbilt, and the transformation of you as a young freshman coming in bowling star. Just talk a little bit about your transition into the college life.
Well, as a freshman, I thought I had it. I had it all figured out as an 18-year-old. And of course I didn't. I was young and I thought I knew everything about the game, and I didn't. So I just kind of put myself in a position where I could learn more and be a student of the game. And I think that put me in a better position as a senior now. Relying on my teammates, as always, has put me in a better position. They've always had my back, so hats off to them.
Well, Coach, you've been around just a few years. Just talk about just the transformation of the women's bowling, collegiate bowling as a whole, and being able to continue to attract quality athletes to come into your program.
I think that the evolution of the sport is sort of easy to see. I think 10 years ago there weren't kids that threw it like they throw it now. At least there weren't as many. It's sort of leaps and bounds better, and that's the thing about this whole thing that hurts the most for me is that with the proposed selection changes and things like that, I'd sort of penciled that this is the last real championship for a while, because next year, if the selection criteria is going to be what it's going to be, some of these teams ain't going to be here, and this will be the last tournament for a while they'll have the 8 best teams in the country. And to me, that's unfortunate to think that one of these teams wouldn't be there. You know, you know, there's smarter powers that be that are doing, but I can't think of expansion in the sense of contraction. And that's what the NCAA is doing with our tournament. They're contracting the number of at-large spots, and that's a shame because there's too many good players, there's too many good teams for teams to be shut out. So, you know, I think I think the growth and the evolution of the sport is, you know, I think 10 years from now, sort of like anything, you know, what could get you a championship in 2006 isn't going to get you a championship in 2017. And what can get you a championship in 2017 isn't going to be what gets you a championship in 2027. But, you know, I mean, the brain trust has to get better, and they have to get a better plan in place about what's going to happen, because there's going to be some pretty deserving teams that are left out.
With that said, I think that with your continued leadership and knowledge of the game and the efforts of the powers that be, I think that there will continue to be a battle to make sure that our student athletes as a whole have the opportunity to represent women's home. We work too hard as players, we work too hard as a coach. So I think that your voice has been heard clearly, and that battle is still something that will take place to make sure that we continue to get an opportunity for good quality student athletes to participate in this night. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.